What's going on, everybody? Civil here, and in this video we are bringing you a 3-play run scheme out of the gun spread playbook. It is also in the pass balance playbook in MUT, and it's even in a few regs playbooks and just a regular team playbook. So if you want to use a custom playbook, you can do that as well. And what we're going to be going out of is going to be the stack Y off formation. This formation I ran into in the salary cap leaderboards. It is very difficult to defend with these three runs that basically look exactly the same, and they attack three different parts of the field. They're very frustrating. This is also out of the same playbook that my gun ace slot offensive ebook is out of, and if you want to check that out, you can get it in the link below. I performed very well in the Madden Classic with it, got 33rd, and I knocked out Dreeny during my run during that. So very good offensive ebook or playbook, or very good offensive scheme, and is in the link below. Now, for the gun stack Y-off, there's going to be three main plays we're going after. It's going to be the zone alert screen, which is a RPO inside zone. Okay. There's going to be the jet touch pass, and then the fake jet pass power. Now, what's so important about this is that you're going to want to make sure you have someone fast right there where Marquise Brown is. And then you're also going to want to make sure you have someone fast at quarterback. We have Lamar. You could use Michael Vick if you're in MUT. You could use Robert Griffin, Taysom Hill, any fast quarterback, okay? But you want someone fast, or else it's not going to be as good. You can run the other plays without the fast quarterback, but to run the entire thing, you're going to want someone fast, okay? So let's jump right into our first play. It's going to be the jet touch pass, and we're going to go up against a random defense. So what we're going to want to do is just hit A, watch the motion, and follow your blocks. So you see, we're able to get about 5-6 yards right there. We had a couple sheds. But the reason you want someone fast is because we're able to get to the outside faster. Now, once again, we see how we're getting to the outside. Get about another 8 yards. A very difficult run to stop. Now, what people will start doing is they will start catching on to the auto motion, because as you see, if I hit A right here, he comes in motion by himself. So what you want to start doing is, we get a good run right there, but what you want to start doing is putting your cursor over this guy. So all I'm doing is simply just taking him and putting my cursor over him. And what this is going to do is that it's going to make it look like you're actually motioning him, like if it was just a normal motion, like you're just trying to get someone to the other side of the formation. Now, I wasn't really running there. If I was, you want to try to bubble that one out when there's that kind of penetration. You just want to bubble it around and you'll be fine. But we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you the next thing we want to do to make this even better. So boom. Then we want to get on this tight end. Now, the reason we're getting on this tight end is it's called power blocking. And this is something that the pros do when they run the ball. And what we're doing is when we get on this tight end, we're going to push our stick out. And this is going to give him just a little bit of a burst outside. It's not as apparent in practice mode, but in games you can see it very well. And this is something that if you watch pro players, for the most part, when they run the ball, especially like heavy runners like EMB, all those guys, EMB especially, do this a lot, where that guy will get a speed burst. So we're just going to push out here. So we're here, motion him over, and then here. And so what that does is it lets you, if you're going to be motioning him when you're not setting the jet sweep, or using, say you want to pass the ball, but you want to, mimic the motion, this will keep everything looking the same, because the defense can see where your cursor is when you're hovering over someone. So once again, we're doing this, getting to the tight end, pushing him out, giving him a little speed burst, help seal the edge, and you just want to bubble out better. I'm not bubbling out. I'm gonna show it one more time so you guys can see the bubble out. So boom, you kind of have to, sometimes, like I said, you have to kind of bubble back out a little bit just to give yourself more space to be able to avoid like a linebacker flowing down, because you're going to be faster than them. You're a wide receiver, should be someone fast, and you're getting chased down by linebackers, so you will be faster than them. Now, the second play is going to be the quarterback power. Okay, so fake jet pass power, random defense, and this play is a lot of fun. So once again, we're right here with our cursor, go on the tight end, and we let up a shed right there, but you're going to see how that handoff looks exactly the same. It's a very smooth transition right here, which is very rare. And boom, we're able to get out. Now, if you're with your quarterback, I do suggest holding RB right here to use the cover ball feature. or else there is a chance you will fumble. But you're going to see how we're going to be able to do this against a lot of different things. Here we are. And go down, hold RB something. Don't take hits with your quarterback, or else you probably will fumble at some point, and you don't want to do that. So it's really this simple. Okay, it's going to look basically exactly the same, and we are out easily. Very, very effective. Okay. Now, another thing I need to touch on that I have not talked about is typically you're going to want this to the wide side, or you're going to want the formation on line like this. So if you were on this hash, flip the formation. Okay. You want the jet sweep going to the wide side of the field because with all the speed you have, you want to give yourself as much room to really get outside as possible. If not, you're just kind of limiting yourself. So here we go again. Boom. Outside. It'll make someone miss. Very, very easy. Okay. Now, the third play we're going to be going over it probably is the worst play in terms of running, but it's definitely something that they still have to watch out for, especially if you have a good running back. And it's going to be the zone alert read, or zone alert screen rather. And we're not worried about the passing options on this play at all. They're very bad. But the run play itself isn't terrible. Right there was really bad stick, but you see we're able to get about 5 yards, and it was pretty decent blocking. Unfortunately, we can't motion with this either, so this is more of a quick hitter. But that's not the worst thing in the world. But you see how it's pretty decent blocking. A lot of times the defense, the AI will react to the bubble or to the smoke screens on both sides. So you are able to get better numbers wise in terms of blockers per defender, because a lot of them were being drawn outside due to the pass options. And you can cut it back like that. You see, it's a very, very easy run to use. Very simple. Right there, we have 2 blitzing safeties, so not a great look. But if you see someone come down with their safeties like that, that's when you want him with the jet sweep. This is another look right here. You see how the linebackers are inside. They're in both A gaps. You know that if you do a toss sweep right here, I don't think I have it in my audibles. I don't. But if I had it in my audibles, it's very simple to see how he would be able to get to the edge very easily. So once again, we could run on this front too. But it's very open to just getting sweep to the outside. It's very easy to see how. Okay, so that's gonna be the 3 run plays. I do have a passing play that I want to show you guys, and it is going to be the corner strike, and we're gonna say your random defense once again, and the setup's gonna be this. This is the setup right here. So we have X on a drag, we have A on a streak, and we have Y on a hitch. And this is going to cause a lot of conflict for zones. Once again, the C route is very good. It's going to get over the top of hard flats, but it's going to stay underneath most deep zones. So that's very, very cool. So we're running it here. If we had any kind of time, you can see how... Okay. If we had any kind of time, you will see how the C route was about to get open. Now, in practice mode, like you guys know, there are very bad sheds, so that shouldn't come as a surprise. But also, man-to-man is gonna bag this kinda, so that is frustrating. But if you see them running a lot of man coverage, what you're gonna do is do something like this, where you have kind of this kind of look right here, and this is a really good man beater. So, say for example, they're in man coverage, we have this coming, and we have that drag, which got really bumped right there, but we also have the comeback, which is going to go over top of hard flats. So this is a variation of it, where if they're running a lot of man coverage, something like this right here. So we have that. We have the drag early, throw it, you're able to get a few yards. Once again, this is not a passing offense. This is meant for the runs. This is really just a constraint play to just give your opponent a different look of something that you could do out of it. So once again, doing this. And they actually hit us with a hard flat. We should have taken the comeback, but you're able to see how it's very easy to be able to have like at least a decent passing option out of this. Once again, not a passing formation. Now, if Lamar could throw the ball. Now, there's one final play I want to show you guys, which I think is super cool, and it's gonna be a fake jet pass. And that sounds a little funny to say, but it is a fake touch pass, and it's going to be the fake jet halfback seam. And this is really good against any kind of defense besides a cover 2 man. The two deep zones play very well. But you're going to see how this wheel right here is going to get into that seam where it's very similar to the mesh post wheel from bunch. And it's going to be very hard for zones to cover it. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Boom. So you see that was some kind of match. The match got absolutely destroyed by this, which is really cool. A lot of people like to sit in match coverage all game. This is a way that you're going to be able to take them out of it. Unfortunately, we can't hot route from this, but we can make do with it. So here we are again. Got this. Now if you have to make a quick read, once again, man coverage won't be able to get out to that, to the fly route that's being motioned across because he is already full sprint before the play. So if you get screamed at and there is man coverage, you're able to throw that real fast. Once again, you're going to see, if Lamar can make a throw, you're going to see how that wheel is getting to a spot where not many zones are going to really play it. And it's also going to mess with the user, because if we have a user, we're going to be able to throw this route right here, because a lot of users are going to be shooting over, and we're going to be able to hit them right over top with this little dump pass to the tight end. Here we go, showing it one more time. Just getting immediately sacked. But the other thing I want to show you guys that you can do from this, and don't forget about this, if you're using a fast quarterback like Lamar or Michael Vick, is simply, we're just getting screamed at, but is simply running with them, and out of a passing option, or out of a passing play, it makes it a lot more difficult to have to fully defend. As you see, we actually got a hurdle, which is pretty cool, but it's very, very frustrating to have to defend when you have to defend the jet sweep, the inside zone, the quarterback power, and this. Okay, it's very, very frustrating to defend for a defense. Lamar just isn't really throwing the ball very well, but you guys can see how this can be very frustrating. The run plays, once again, are the main point of this offense. The passing plays are cool, but the run plays are where you're going to be making a lot of money with this offense. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Once again, this is out of the spread playbook in regs, and you can put it in a custom. So if you look for the stack Y off formation, you can find it in a custom playbook as well. But that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will see you guys next time.